Steven Strzelczewski and Jonathan Langell, the referees for tonight's game. Eagles will go with Remy Delafontaine in nets. He's wearing number 30 on the back end. The Eagles going with their first round pick, Emile Patterson, who's wearing number 2 tonight for the Eagles. Also on the back end, making his Eagles game debut, number 5, Conor Shortel, native of St. John's, who came over in that trade from Drummondville. Up front, the Eagles going with young Cam Squires on the right side, Jack Campbell centering this line. And on the left side is number 9, Olivier Hood, 7th round pick by the Eagles in 2020. Eagles will win the draw. Perron will push the puck up towards center. Here's Hood coming in as Squires on the wing. Pass to Campbell, pass across. Puck goes into the corner. Gonna work around the sight lines here in Glace Bay. Shorter will push the puck up the right side of the ice. Playing the Halifax end now. And the Eagles try to get that physical tempo going. Jack Campbell laying the body. We liked seeing him do that last year. He's got the puck down the half boards. He's being held up by Keegan Hunt. You know him, saw him plenty last year in these Eagles Mooseheads showdowns. Play still in the Halifax zone. Comes back to the point for Shortel, and the puck goes up and out of play. 41 seconds gone here in period number 1. This is the second exhibition game for the Eagles. Same 2 teams played last night in Halifax. Eagles falling 6-4 in that contest. Eagles are back on home ice Friday against the Charlottetown Islanders. Draw 1 in the Halifax zone. Sack gets the puck, and he fires it out over center. Now, Jacob Squires back after it. The 2 Squires brothers playing together tonight. Here's a Winston Eiserhoff. He scored in last night's game in Halifax. Chance in front. Save made there on Crosby by Delafontaine. Puck comes back to Tomlinson pinching in. Myron covers for him at the blue line. Now Jacob Squires will bank it off the glass. Puck comes out to center. Myron corrals it back into the Eagles zone. Delafontaine out of the net to play it. Remy Delafontaine, 2nd round pick by Chicoutimi in 2020. He has been very impressive in training camp thus far. His first taste of exhibition action. Both he and Ruccia expected to play tonight. Here's Squires pushing the puck up the ice, goes down below the goal line on the Halifax side of things. Here's Tomlinson. Tomlinson will shuttle the puck forward. Coming in over center is Cole Foston. Foston drops the puck back now for Bryson Burrow, who's been a big story in Halifax training camp. Last minute invite, 12 goals in the inter-squad portion. Shot from the point goes wide. Play behind the net now. Foston goes chasing after it. Puck comes out of the stick of Preston Pattengale. Pattengale, member of the Sydney Rush. He's stripped of the puck. Boudreau coming in, now tries to find James Swan. James Swan, 2nd round pick of Halifax in 2020. Saw a lot of him last year, had a good rookie year for the Mooseheads. Now coming up the ice is Trey Sturge up the right wing. Sturge, sharp angle shot, save made there. Puck goes into the corner, now Swan with it for Halifax. Swan fires it forward, looking for Boudreau. Puck goes down the ice. Now Delafontaine will leave it for Xavier Dagg, Eagles' 2nd round pick this year. Slick puck moving defenseman. Now Brandon Abbas coming in. Backhand for Halifax, goes wide of the net. Shortel trying to clear. Puck comes back to the point. Shot and a save made there by Remy Delafontaine. He'll cover up with 17:27 remaining here in this first period. First home exhibition game for the Eagles. Shots are 1 apiece. No scoring thus far. Taking this draw for Halifax, Matthew Catafor. Taking the draw for the Eagles, Luke Patterson. 2 16-year-olds, draw 1 by the Mooseheads. Shot from the point, save made Delafontaine, and he's got the rebound vacuumed up as well. Getting some pushing and shoving. We saw a little bit of that in last night's game at the Mooseheads practice facility, and I'm sure tensions will only escalate as the game goes on. Catafor and Patterson will take the draw again. Patterson, 4th round pick by the Eagles this year. Won the league with his Moncton team last year in the New Brunswick PEI Major Midget League. Here's Keegan Hunt behind the net. Another Moncton native is Keegan Hunt. Moves the puck along the right side. Puck comes out towards center. Catafor chips it to Putnam. Playing the Eagles' end now. Dagg behind the net. Dagg will skate along the left side, chips it forward. As Nolan Stewart pushed off the puck. Puck comes on to the other side of center. Zach Jones couldn't hold on. Puck dumped in there by Patterson. Play deep in the Halifax zone here. And handling it behind the net is Liam Welsh for the Mooseheads. Now Tomlinson, the 20-year-old blue liner, flings it forward. Tomlinson will be a 3rd-year player in the queue this year. Free agent find out of Ontario. Play in the corner now. Davis Cooper with it behind the net. Pass out in front for Cam Squires. Puck looked like it was going to go over the net, and Russo got a handle on it. Now we've got a scrum out in front of the net. As Tomlinson is mixing it up with, I believe, Jack Campbell. As I mentioned earlier, Jack Campbell not a stranger to that kind of thing. We'll see if any penalties come out of this, as I'm going to assume Campbell and Tomlinson are likely candidates to see the sin bin. 16:23 remaining in the first period. Shots are 2-1 in favor of Halifax. Face-off will come to the left here of the Halifax goaltender. That is Mathis Russo, who's expected to win the backup job for the Mooseheads this year, but obviously you've got to play training camp to earn that job. And of course, Remy de La Fontaine, a favorite to win the backup job for the Eagles. He gets the call tonight, and we'll see Nicholas Ruccia later tonight. Mooseheads take possession. Seeing a little 4-on-4 here as Alex Tessier brings it in. Tessier played 9 games with Halifax last year, was limited by a shoulder injury. As coming up the ice for the Eagles, it's Cam Squires. Squires, Eagles' second-round pick. Eagles had him ranked in the first round. They were happy to get him in round 2. Puck comes down the ice as De La Fontaine has the arm up. That is icing. Roughing the penalties against Tomlinson and Campbell. And, of course, a lot of new faces with all these guys vying for spots, but the players on these teams that did play last year, especially regulars like Campbell and Tomlinson, they saw a lot of each other, and they don't really like each other, so not surprising we see some of that here in the early going. Halifax takes possession, play in the Moosehead zone here. Puck comes back to the blue line. There's a shot by Pattengale. Puck comes back to him, and now he loses it. Here's Liam Welsh. There is a relation in the Welsh family. Welsh is cousins with Zach Welsh on the Eagles' blue line. As rushing the puck up the ice, it's Jacob Squires. Gonna have to get used to differentiating between the two Squires boys. Puck comes now to Pattengale. He can't clear. Now he does clear. Puck comes back into neutral territory. Here's Lucas Robinson, the Newfoundland native, bringing it into the Eagles zone. Puck comes back to the Halifax side of the ice. Keegan Hunt wires it off the boards. Pattengale taking it behind the net for the Eagles. Pattengale cycles the puck along for Winston Eiserhoff from Maniwaki. He scored on Monday in the inter-squad game, and he scored last night in Halifax as well. 16-year-old making a nice impression. Here's Landon Myron coming at a shot. And I believe De La Fontaine got a piece of that as Pattengale loses the puck to Myron. Myron checked along the boards. Play behind the Eagles goal here. Now comes back to the point as Michael Sack couldn't hold the puck. Michael Sack is a 2019 draft pick of the Mooseheads. Now Landon Myron bringing it into the Eagles zone. Welsh battling with Myron for the puck. That's Zach Welsh. Again, trying to differentiate between the two Welsh cousins here. As coming up the ice is Liam Travis, wearing number 19 for the Eagles. He'll move it along the right wing. Puck goes to the other side of the ice now. Here's Sturge. Sturge saw a lot of time as an affiliate player for the Eagles in the second half of the season after coming over from Shawinigan. Played for the Truro Bearcats last year. As Sack has the puck now for Halifax. Sack wearing number 8 for Halifax. He fires it over center. Here's Conor Shortel. Some offensive instincts in his game. Couldn't get the shot on goal. And the play behind the net now as Luke Patterson has the puck. Play in the corner of the Moosehead zone. Robinson goes chasing after it. He'll send it back to Swan. Swan now to Foston. Foston drops it back to the point. Swan pushes the puck along the low boards. 13:42 left here in the first period. Still looking for our first goal. Rematch of last night's game. Halifax was victorious 6-4. And of course, number of lineup changes tonight in the two lineups. Puck comes back into the Moosehead zone. Puck flipped up in the air, and it does land on the ice. That was Lucas Robinson firing the puck forward. Play at center now. And it is brought back into the Moosehead zone. Keegan Hunt will move it forward for James Swan. Play now back in the Halifax end. Fired forward there by Robinson. Robinson just keeps coming back to the puck, and he'll fling it forward. Puck goes deep into the Eagles zone, and that's going to be icing against Halifax. Offensive zone draw coming up here for the Eagles with 13:01 remaining in this first home exhibition game for the Eagles. Again, the Eagles will be back on home ice 7 o'clock on Friday against Charlottetown. We'll have that one for you on YouTube as well. That'll take place right here at the Miners Forum. Eagles will be back at Center Order to start the regular season October 1st against the Halifax Mooseheads. CapeBretonEagles.com/tickets. If you would like to purchase, renew, or become a first-time season ticket holder, you can also email taylor.collingwood@CapeBretonEagles.com if you want to get in on what should be a great season, the 25th season for Major Junior Hockey here in Cape Breton. Puck comes now to the other side of center ice. Here's Matthew Catafor, first-round draft pick for Halifax. Backhand pass and a nice defensive play there by Emile Perron, who's looked great here in the early stages of training camp. Here's a chance to the side of the net for Boudreau. Big save made by Delafontaine. And now Boudreau being given a working over behind the net there by Colby Hugging. 12:48 remaining here in this first period. Colby Hugging, one of the few Eagles players that was drafted last year that didn't make the team that was in training camp. Colby Hugging, a third-round pick of the Eagles back in 2020. And I think with Colby, he just had to put on some weight. Looks a little bit bigger this year and certainly is going to be one of the contenders to challenge for a roster spot here in the Eagles this year. Play in the Eagles zone now. Merle Putnam will move it back to the point. Now Abbas with it for Halifax. Brandon Abbas. Free agent invite out of the Halifax Max. He's throwing his body around trying to win the puck. Playing the half boards. Now Abbas being checked by Pattengale. Those two would know each other from the Nova Scotia U18 League. As Cam Squires goes chasing after. Play here in the Halifax zone. All on the wing. Mooseheads trying to clear. They will. Catafor sends it across for Putnam. Jumping into the play is Tomlinson. Abbas covering the blue line. As Cam Squires will fire it across the way. Here's Davis Cooper. He'll push the puck for Jack Campbell. Those two played with each other a fair bit last year for the Eagles. Play behind the net now. Chance out in front. And the play blown down here with a 11:51 to go in period number one. As the Eagles will get an offensive zone draw. Shots just 2-1 here in the early going. Teams feeling each other out. Face-off taking place to the left of Mathis Rousseau. Now the puck comes to Welsh. Welsh for Halifax. That's Liam Welsh. Drops the puck back for Alex Tessier. Tessier dribbles the puck off the end wall. And play in the Eagles zone here as we're past the 8.5-minute mark here in this opening period. Here's Zach Welsh. 18-year-old Eagles defenseman will move the puck to Squires. Now Tessier with it for Halifax. Sends it across the way for Alex Carr. Playing the Eagles end. Now Matthew McDonald. Brings it into the Halifax zone. Welsh for Halifax. Liam Welsh. Cross there for Gauthier. A shot. Save made by Delafontaine. Play in the Eagles end. Here's Zach Jones digging in as we're coming up on the 9-minute mark of this opening period. No score here at the Miners Forum. And I mentioned earlier the shots are 2-1. I'm not sure if they're getting all the shots registered on the shot clock. Shortel will bring it into the Moosehead zone. Conor Shortel came over from Drummondville in the offseason. Been a frequent trading partner of the Eagles the last couple of years, it seems. Eagles trying to cycle the puck along the wall here. Stewart sends it over. Now it is Olivier Hood, the 7th-round pick in 2020. He's looked good in camp thus far. He'll move the puck back to Dagg. Opportunity there for McDonald. He had a chance in the slot, but the Mooseheads regain possession. Play behind the net now. The 20-year-old Zach Jones will push it behind the goal. As leading the breakout now is Lucas Robinson. As you'll wonder for Halifax, they have a lot of returnees. You wonder how secure all their jobs are. Same with the Eagles. There definitely could be some pressure on some of the vets. Here's Marcus Vidicek. Vidicek with the puck for Halifax. He loses it. Luke Patterson, a 4th-round pick of the Eagles this year, lose the puck. Vidicek cutting into the slot. Big save, Delafontaine. Puck comes back to Landon Meyer, and he fires it wide. Now Vidicek moves the puck, but he can't hold on, and the Eagles will take it out as Hood knifes it on the backhand for Xavier Dagg. Dagg, defenseman that loves to rush the puck. Play now in the Moosehead zone. Sack takes it for Halifax. Michael Sack will drop the puck back now. Puck comes over the center ice line. Swan now for Tomlinson. Tomlinson across the way for Sack. Sack played with Amherst in the MHL last year as offside against Halifax. Bryson Burrow was caught cheating the blue line. with 9:23 remaining here in period number 1. Again, Eagles back at it Friday as they host Charlottetown. We'll have that one for you on YouTube as well. So great that we get the opportunity to stream these games. And as I said, a different position here for me. So trying to figure out the nooks and crannies of this arena. Certainly right in the middle of the action here at center ice. Play in the Halifax zone here. Opportunity at the front of the net. And the Mooseheads will take possession. Foston moves it up now for Boudreau. As Ellis for the Eagles. Couldn't hold on to it. Chance save made there by Delafontaine. Another stop by Delafontaine as Trey Sturge will knife the puck forward for Hogue. Nicholas Hogue, backhand feed for Sturge coming up the right wing. Play now in the Moosehead zone, but Foston will carry it out over center. Here's Cole Foston, a shot blockered out there by Delafontaine. Now Hogue flips the puck forward, and Colby Hugging will gain center. Fires it in, save made by Rousseau. Fast-moving game here at the Miners Forum. Welsh will take possession. And leading the forecheck is Catafor. Matthew Catafor trying to wrap it around, and a save made there by Delafontaine. As Jack Campbell bringing it back in, and Mooseheads will quickly take it back out. Halifax making the trip up today. Both teams were warming up in the parking lot earlier today, and certainly a lot warmer than they'd be used to doing in the regular season. That's a treat in the regular season if you can do it. Maybe 15-degree weather, nothing like the 30-degree weather or so that they were strolling into the rink in today. Here's Pattengale. He'll push the puck up for Cam Squires. Now Jack Campbell with a backhand feed over to Davis Cooper. Cooper fires the puck into the corner. As Campbell on the forecheck, putting the pressure on Sack. And it looks like we're going to have a scrap here. As Tomlinson and Campbell going at it again. Campbell coming in with a right. Tomlinson coming back. Both guys landing their fair share. Now Tomlinson coming in with some big rights. Campbell not backing down. Campbell still coming in with some rights. Spirited scrap. Now those two had both served roughing minors earlier. And it's almost like they're giving a show to the rest of these players that are new to this rivalry, what it's all about. And you really saw that last year where the two teams saw so much of each other. The games just got testier and testier as things went on. And Jack Campbell, obviously a physical player, he was in the middle of that a lot. And Brendan Tomlinson certainly not shy to that as well. Now, a different setup here in the Miners Forum. We're not at Center 200. So Nicholas Ruccia is actually technically in the stands. And in order to get to the dressing room now, Jack Campbell actually has to go out through the crowd, so to speak, and all of his Eagles teammates that aren't dressed for this game were all waving and cheering as he walked by. 7:37 remaining here in this first period. Still looking for our first goal. Again, these teams played each other last night in Halifax in the Mooseheads practice facility in Dartmouth. And that was a 6-4 score line. And we'll see how the penalties get sorted out. Looks like we're going to face off in the Eagles zone. So I believe Jack Campbell is going to get the instigator here. I'm assuming that's what the 2 on the board is. We'll wait for the announcement here. Face off will come to Delafontaine's right. As Jones will take the draw for Halifax. Eagles will see McDonald take the draw. Draw won by Halifax. Tessier with it at the left point. Tessier moves to center point. Moose ends into the 1-3-1 here. Here's Jones back to Tessier. Shot and a save made there by Delafontaine. Seeing a bit of a veteran look to this Mooseheads power play is now Carr mixing it up with Cam Squires. Cam Squires, a second-round pick of the Eagles at a PEI. Younger brother Jacob Squires. And he is billeting with his brother for the preseason. As we're getting a penalty out of this. Alex Carr is going to go to the box, it looks like. Alex Carr played 5 games with the Mooseheads last year, primarily played Cole Harbour in the U18 league, where he was the league's highest scoring defenseman. Also named top defenseman in the U18 league in Nova Scotia. Played a few games with the Mooseheads as a call-up and a few in Junior A as a call-up as well. So, we're going to see 4-on-4 here for 1:50 because the penalty to Campbell's still on the board. Now Carr is in the box for 2 minutes. Roughing the call against Carr. Delafontaine will try to clear the puck. Comes back to Robinson at the point. Robinson a shot, blockered out by Delafontaine, who's looking cool and collected there in the Eagles' net. Now Jones. Puck comes behind the Eagles' goal, trying to rush the puck out. Here is Xavier Dagg, and as I said, he's very comfortable rushing the puck. Play now in the Halifax zone. As Robinson with it in the corner for the Mooseheads. On the forecheck is McDonald. McDonald behind the net. McDonald goes on the short side. Play right behind the Halifax goal here. 6:44 left in the first. No score. Shots showing 7-2 in favor of Halifax. Teams playing 4-on-4 for another minute here. Puck goes all the way down the ice. That should be icing against Halifax. And it will be. Again, Eagles back in action Friday against Charlottetown. We'll have that one for you on YouTube. 7 p.m. right here at the Miners Forum. And technically not open to the public, but there are billets and family members in attendance if you see the fans in the crowd, and makes for a decent atmosphere here in Glace Bay. Really did a nice job with this arena when they renovated it, as Shortel takes possession on the other side of center. He'll fire the puck down the ice. Play behind the net now, as Zach Jones will take it up the left wing. Jones crossed away for Robinson. Seeing a lot of Lucas Robinson here in this first period. As Jones on the forecheck. Jones fires it out in front. Oh, what an opportunity that was. And I do believe Delafontaine got a piece of that Vidicek shot. Play deep now in the Halifax zone. Rousseau will play it forward. Puck comes back to center ice. Perron across the way for Shortel. Conor Shortel, the 18-year-old blue liner, brings it in. I believe the Eagles are offside. Shortel was drafted by Drummondville in 2019, but last year was his rookie season. Had over 10 points with Drummondville, so definitely some offensive potential there. It'll be interesting to see what he can do in a full year in Cape Breton. As we'll get a face-off in the neutral zone here with 16 seconds left in this 4-on-4. Luke Patterson and Landon Meyer will take the draw. Clean draw win for Patterson. Puck comes back into the Eagles zone. And skating over center is Matthias Ellis. 6th round pick in 2020. Puck comes back now to the blue line. Hood drops it back. Now Ellis thinks about teeing it up. Here's Zach Welsh. As Travis is out on the ice for the Eagles. He was serving the penalty for Campbell. He shoots, and it's blocked. And play goes the other way. Skating up the ice for Halifax, Logan Crosby, the last pick of the first round of the Q draft. He fires the puck out of play. 5:22 left here in this first period. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Logan Crosby was the last pick of the first round. Halifax also drafted Dylan McKinnon in the first round, so the jokes were out about them drafting Dylan McKinnon and Crosby. But if you want to feel old, that Logan Crosby playing for Halifax was actually born after Sidney Crosby's QMJHL career was over. So time just marching on here. As Crosby, a late 2005. He was actually born in December. So if he cracks the Mooseheads roster, he'll be playing as a 15-year-old, similar to what we saw with Nathan Drapeau in St. John last season. Face-off will come out in front of the Eagles' goal. As Tessier playing it now for Halifax. Here's Davis Cooper. Moving the puck to Liam Travis. Liam Travis wearing number 19 for the Eagles. Round 12 selection by Cape Breton this year. Travis couldn't hold the puck, and Mooseheads will take it back in. Puck comes off Cooper. Cooper will shuttle it forward. Eagles on the attack now. Colby Hugging for Pattengale. Pattengale flings the puck for Travis. And it looks like we got a penalty behind the play here with 4:50 remaining in this opening period. Shot showing 9-2 in favor of Halifax. Don't think that's quite indicative of the gameplay, but again, Mooseheads, even with the changes, with a bit more of a veteran roster, as Colby Hugging is going to go to the sin bin here. Looks like a slashing penalty. So Mooseheads will have an opportunity. The Eagles will have to weather the storm of this Halifax power play. Catafor will take the draw for Halifax against Matthew McDonald. Draw comes back to the point for Halifax. Keegan Hunt over to Carr, back to Hunt. Here's Abbas, back to the point for Hunt. Hunt moves the puck forward there for Catafor. Matthew Catafor picked 6th overall in the Q draft. And He can't hold the zone, and McDonald will clear it out. Of course, Matthew Catafor, like the Eagles' first pick, Emile Perron, were not able to play any games last year because of COVID-19. There was no season in the Quebec Midget League last year. It'll be interesting to see how teams handle their Quebec players as a result of that. 1:22 left here in this Eagles penalty to Colby Hugging. Robinson gains center. He'll fire it into the corner. Now Jacob Squires will just slam that down the ice. Hogue, short pass there for McDonald coming up the right wing. McDonald trying to find Hogue, shorthanded, backhand, goes wide of the net. Mooseheads were able to get some offense shorthanded last night. Bobby Orr had a pair of goals as Catafor will skate over the Miners logo at center now for Robinson. As Sturge hemmed along the boards, puck comes now into the Halifax zone. 50 seconds left here in the penalty to Colby Hugging. 3:37 remaining in the first period. The Eagles are scoreless with Halifax here at the Miners Forum in Glace Bay. Puck comes back to center. Robinson, who, as I said, doesn't seem to leave the ice here in this first period. He'll move it over for Michael Sack, who played with the Amherst Ramblers last year. Now Welsh coming into the Eagles zone. Drop pass there for Zach Jones. Diagonal feed as Gauthier was slinking in, and he fired it wide. Moosehead's very happy to get Gauthier in the second round. They had him ranked in the top 10. Here's Jones, shot save made. Delafontaine is all over that. And Remy Delafontaine looking very good in this first period. 14 seconds remaining in the Huggin penalty. 3:04 remaining in the first period. Coming at you live from the Miners Forum here in Glace Bay on the Cape Breton Eagles YouTube channel. I'm Patrick McNeil, play-by-play man for the Eagles. I'll have the games for you this season and the home preseason games as well. Vinicek taking the draw for Halifax, and he will win the draw against Nolan Stewart. Tessier pushing it down the boards as Logan Crosby sends a cross-ice pass, not picked up by Hunt. Huggin penalty about to come to an end. Now Tessier fans on it. Here's an opportunity for Stewart, and a big save there by Rousseau. And play blown down with 2:48 remaining here in this first period. No score as of yet. If you're tuning in from outside Cape Breton and you don't know a lot about this area, the Eagles are playing in Glace Bay here. It's about a 20-minute drive, 25-minute drive from the Eagles' usual home ice. The Cameron Miners logo you see at center ice. And the Glace Bay Panthers logo as well. Miners, the local hockey name for all the Glace Bay teams. And the Glace Bay Panthers, the high school team that play in this arena. As play in the Halifax zone. Puck comes out to Vinicek. He'll push it along, and Zach Welsh takes it for the Eagles. Now Stewart will drop it back. Here's Pattengale. He'll float it forward. Crosby moves it forward, and play blown down on the offside. Mooseheads late bringing the puck in. 2:21 remaining here in period number 1. Again, second game in 24 hours between these two teams. And of course, a lot of these players in the Eagles playing their third game in 3 nights because the only black and white game with veterans took place here on Monday. So a guy like Winston Eiserhoff, who scored in the game last night, also scored in the black and white game on Monday. They're playing 3 games in 72 hours. And that's a test for what you're going to have to put up with in the regular season if you make the team. Here's Hogue. He'll drop the puck back for Stewart. Shot. Puck goes now into the corner in the Halifax zone. 2 minutes left in this opening period. Opportunity in front for McDonald. He had the puck taken away from him here as Foston will bring it out towards center ice. Now Carr slips it up the right side of the ice for Robinson. Here's Cole Foston into the Eagles zone. Over for Swan. Swan has a man in front. Couldn't get it to him. Good stick there by Jacob Squires to clog that passing lane. Jacob Squires, a player who probably got to play a bit more than he expected last year in Cape Breton. Of course, the Eagles really had a hard time with the injuries to Nathan Larose and Jared Baker, the 20-year-old Blue Liners last year. So Jacob Squires getting to play a little bit more. Speaking of Nathan Larose, congratulations to Nathan. He's going to be playing in the AHL with the San Diego Gulls this season. Nice to see him earn a contract. And I'll look at Nathan Larose. He's the type of guy you can imagine surfing the waves in SoCal. Putnam with a shot there off the draw and a save made by Delafontaine, who's been excellent in this opening period. Shots are 11-3 in favor of Halifax. Face-off coming out in front of Delafontaine again. As puck will come out towards center ice. Here's Cam Squires up the right side. Looks for the trailer. Dagg, a shot. Couldn't get it through traffic. Now Cooper behind the net for the Eagles. Eagles trying to get some pressure here. 80 seconds left in this opening period. It's going to be carried out by Abbas. Abbas moves the puck forward as Putnam couldn't hold on to it. Eagles will take possession. Here's Cam Squires. Squires out there with his brother Jacob. Pass to his brother didn't go. Now Squires comes back to it. That's Cam Squires. Back to Jacob Squires. Here is McDonald trying to move it forward. Catafor with possession for Halifax. He'll skate up over the center red line into the Eagle zone. Catafor knocked off the puck by Shortel. I think they're going to call that a penalty. With 46 seconds left in the period. Shortel throwing some face washes around there to the direction of Brandon Abbas. And Shortel will, in fact, get the gate. 45 seconds remaining here in this opening period. Eagles dressing a mixed bag on the back end with Shortel, Welsh, and Squires, the veterans. You have Xavier Dagg, Emile Perron, and Mateus Ellis, all rookies to be, and of course Preston Pattengale as well. Draw one by Halifax. Puck comes back to the blue line. Tomlinson now will move it down for Jones. Holding the call there against Shortel. Here's Tomlinson for Jones. Jones slinging in, a shot, a save made there by Delafontaine. Here's Gauthier for Halifax. Vincent Gauthier again picked in the second round. Mooseheads very high on him. Jones trying to send it back to Robinson. Robinson, a shot through traffic, goes over the net. Here's Tomlinson now on the half boards. 18 seconds left in the period. Tomlinson cross ice over for Jones. Zach Jones, the third-year forward for Halifax. He'll move the puck. Now puck comes to the slot. Liam Welsh unable to go any further with it. Eagles trying to clear it out. Perhaps one last opportunity for Liam Travis. Travis couldn't make his way through Jones. And the seconds are going to tick down. And that'll do it for the opening period. Eagles and the Mooseheads all scoreless after this opening period. Shots are 16-3 in favor of Halifax. And the scoring summary, we don't have an intermission show for you per se. Ordinarily, we'd give you the scoring summary, but we don't have any goals to tell you about. So, Eagles and Mooseheads locked at 0 here at the Miners Forum in Glace Bay. First home exhibition game for the Eagles this preseason. We'll be back with puck drop in the second period in 14 minutes and 48 seconds. Sound good? Check one, period 2, check one. Oh, is it good? Live? Patrick McNeil back here with you at the Miners Forum here in Glace Bay. Eagles and the Mooseheads in this preseason game. Of course, I mentioned earlier these teams played last night in Halifax. The Eagles falling 6-4 in a very competitive game. And here, the story of tonight, thus far, I would have to say, would be the play of Remy de La Fontaine. He was excellent in the first period for the Eagles, stopped all 16 Halifax shots. We'll see what period 2 holds. Eagles will be shorthanded for 1 minute and 15 seconds as Conor Shortel is in the box. As you hear the banging on the boards, players are ready to get going here with this second period. Draw one by the Eagles. McDonald will fire it in as Russo almost misplayed it there. Keegan Hunt coming behind the net again. Eagles are shorthanded to start period at number 2. Here's Emile Perron, shot and a save made by Mathis Russo. And the puck comes to McDonald. He'll send it back. Shot goes wide of the goal. Now Gauthier takes possession for Halifax. Play in the Mooseheads end still. 44 seconds remaining here in this penalty to the Eagles. Conor Shortel's in the box. And we've got a stoppage in play here. I believe that's icing against Halifax. So Eagles will get an offensive zone draw with 38 seconds to go in the penalty. 19:23 remaining in period number 2. No score here at the Miners Forum in Glace Bay. Draw one by Halifax. Robinson will take the puck behind the net. Robinson moves the puck forward. Now Stewart will knife it forward. Hunt takes possession. Stewart trying to move it forward for the Eagles as Gauthier grabs it for Halifax. Number 12, Vincent Gauthier. Play in neutral ice now. Zach Jones coming in for Halifax, trying to dangle his way through. Save made by De La Fontaine. Zach Jones came to Halifax as an 18-year-old. Drafted out of the United States. His brother Cooper Jones had played for the Mooseheads previously, and Zach was actually able to return to the Q last year at a time when it was not easy to get over the border as an American, but as a student of St. Mary's, he was able to return to Halifax just before the Christmas break last year. So they were happy to have him back. Face-off will come to the right of De La Fontaine. Colby Hugging will take the draw against Marcus Vidicek. Sack now a shot, save made by De La Fontaine, and play blown down, so we'll do that all over again. 18:51 is the time remaining here in period number 2. 6 seconds left in the minor penalty to Conor Shortel. Vidicek will take the draw for Halifax. And he will do so against Colby Hugging. Again, 6 seconds left here in this Eagles penalty. Draw one by the Mooseheads. Puck comes back to the point. Tomlinson now with it at right point. Shot save made. And puck comes out to the side of the net. Penalty over. Shortel's back out on the ice now as the puck comes onto the stick of Colby Hugging. Across the way for Nicholas Hogue. Nicholas Hogue, not the biggest forward, but he's got a nice scoring touch. He's stripped of the puck there. Now a chance for Logan Crosby. Good work to keep him off the puck. Puck will come back to Tomlinson. Tomlinson a shot. Save made De La Fontaine. Now Sack a shot. Puck goes into the netting there behind Remy De La Fontaine. Black netting here at the Miners Forum in Glace Bay. So that is a different wrinkle. It actually goes all the way around the ice. So great work here by Jason LaFrance to video through the mesh. And yours truly is trying my best to look through as we provide the call here tonight. Face off to the right of De La Fontaine. Eagles win the draw. Emile Perron will move it forward for Shortel. Puck comes out to neutral ice now as Bryson Burrow takes a whack at it. De La Fontaine behind the net, leaves it for Shortel. They'll push the puck along the boards. Play still in the Eagle zone, no. Cam Squires moves it for Davis Cooper, banks it off the boards. And now Tessier will skate over the Miners logo at center. Now for Swan. Swan trying to dangle his way through. And Emile Perron with some good veteran poise there to angle off Swan. And certainly a good test, especially for these rookie Eagles defensemen, to play against a player the caliber of Marcus Vidicek. Again, he was third in rookie scoring last year in the Q. And the Eagles were a little bit sick of seeing him and Jordan Dumais and the rest of that crew by the end of the season. And no doubt the Eagles' counterparts, the Mooseheads, felt the same in terms of being tired of playing the Eagles, but certainly enhanced the rivalry last season. Here's Luke Patterson, the 4th-round pick for the Eagles. A league champion in the New Brunswick PEI League last year. He's pinned to the boards by Keegan Hunt, another Monktonian. And now Nolan Stewart is going to try to avenge his teammate. Stewart getting in some rights on Hunt. Patterson was a little bit slow to get up there. And Hunt is going to actually headlock Patterson down to the ice. And that situation will have to be diffused. 17:30 to go here in this second period. Second fight we've seen this evening. And you can hear the hollering for the Mooseheads bench across the way. And nice to see Patterson up on his own accords, although had he required help, a good time as any to shout out new Eagles athletic therapist Sarah Miller. Welcome to the organization, Sarah. She's on the Eagles bench tonight, so be the one new face on the Eagles bench. Chris Culligan and Matt Anthony there as well. Of course, the assistant coaches. Jake Grimes, the head coach, is up here alongside Jack Carriere, taking notes, looking to assess this Eagles club as they begin to make some roster decisions. Again, the Eagles will play at home on Friday against Charlottetown, so there'll be another opportunity to evaluate some of these young players. 17:30 remaining in period number 2. Shots are 18-4 in favor of Halifax, but no score as of yet here at the Miners Forum. And again, this was a recently renovated building, opened in the mid-90s, was for 1 year the home of Junior A hockey after the Cape Breton Islanders relocated out here, and I believe that team ended up folding mid-season, that version of the Glace Bay Miners. It's hosted Junior B over the years as well. Canberra Miners used to play in this arena. And as I said, it's home to minor hockey in Glace Bay. And the Glace Bay Panthers high school team plays here as well. I know they were excited to get back here after they'd spent time at CBU. Again, the second exhibition game for the Eagles, and getting a look at some of these youngsters, the likes of Winston Eiserhoff from Maniwaki, the Eagles draft pick in the 8th round. And he's looked pretty good. As I said, he scored here on Monday, scored last night in the exhibition game as well. And you also look at Liam Travis, who's a 16-year-old for the Eagles, drafted in round 12 this season. He's playing tonight. And it's also exciting, too, to see the guys that didn't get to play last year. So the Eagles didn't invite anybody that was drafted past round 5, with the exception of Davis Cooper, because Davis Cooper was an overage draft pick. So all the other players that attended camp last year were in their 16-year-old season. So guys that are on the ice tonight, like Olivier Hood, who's wearing number 9 for the Eagles tonight. He's in his 17-year-old season, his first training camp. Same with Nolan Stewart, who was drafted in round 10 last year. Nicholas Hogue, drafted in round 7, his first training camp this year. Matthias Ellis, who was drafted in round 6 in 2020, his first camp this year. So those are some of the guys that are out on the ice tonight for the Eagles. Face-off will come next to the Halifax blue line. Draw won by the Eagles. 17:26 remaining. No power plays resulting from all that silliness there. As Eiserhoff, a shot, save made by Rousseau. Mathis Rousseau, 4th-round pick of the Mooseheads in 2020. As I said, he's expected to win the backup job, but hey, you got to go through training camp and earn it, right? Here is Xavier Dagg. Slick defenseman will drop it back for Eiserhoff. Winston Eiserhoff scored last night in Halifax. Putnam will take the puck now for the Mooseheads. Merle Putnam moves it forward. Now Catafor coming in for Halifax. Abbas also on that line for the Mooseheads. Puck will come back to the point. Tessier keeps it in for Halifax. Slides it along the left side. And Eagles will move the puck out. Play now in the Halifax zone. As that was Hood, he wasn't able to go any further. Olivier Hood, as I mentioned, picked in the 7th round last year by the Eagles. He's looked good thus far in camp. As Michael Sack coming into the Eagles zone. Playing the Cape Breton end here. Eagles trying to clear it out. And they'll do just that. One-touch pass there by Hogue for Hugging. Hugging coming in. He'll shoot. Goes wide of the net. Puck comes back to Zach Welsh at the point. He can't hold. And Gauthier on the forecheck for Halifax. Now Hogue will hustle into the Mooseheads zone. Here's Hogue. A shot. It's over the net. And into the netting behind Mathis Rousseau, the Mooseheads goaltender. 16:02 remaining here in this second period of the Miners Forum in Glace Bay. Again, reminder, CapeBretonEagles.com/tickets for information if you want to order, renew, or become a new Eagles season ticket holder. Year 25 for the Eagles on the queue. All kinds of exciting festivities planned for this season. Puck comes down into the Eagles zone as Zach Welsh tries to play it. Play behind the net now. 15:45 remaining in the period as the Eagles able to clear it out. Here's Tessier now for Halifax. Tessier will skate up towards his own blue line. Tessier over center. Penalty coming up here. It looks like it's to the Eagles as Rousseau is off to the bench. 6 attackers out there for Halifax, and the penalty has been called. And it looks like the guilty party is going to be Liam Travis. So, the Eagles will go to the penalty kill here with Travis in the box. 15:26 remaining. Draw one by Halifax. Tomlinson slips it down the left side. He's got it again. Tomlinson at left point, shot through traffic, save made Delafontaine. He'll cover up for a faceoff. Remy Delafontaine was part of the trade that sent Felix Lafrance to Chicoutimi last year. He had been picked by the Sags in the second round, but Chicoutimi went with a venture lineup last year. Delafontaine was not likely to get a lot of starts behind Alexi Shanks, so he was sent back to midget. But of course, they didn't play last year, so Delafontaine didn't get the opportunity to play last year. Here's Olivier Hood, hits the trailer, Cam Squires. He can't hold on to the puck. Landon Myron will drop it back. Now Tomlinson will take it. Tomlinson, one of two 20-year-olds in the lineup for Halifax tonight. Zach Jones as well. Interesting story on the other 20 we'll talk about in a second, but the Mooseheads in possession of the puck now. Here's Robinson for Halifax. Shot blocked, and puck will be pushed out. Good work there by Olivier Hood as Vinicek will take possession on the other side of center. 14:40 to go here in period number 2. Eagles on the penalty kill for another 110. Here's Sack for Halifax. For Tessier. Tessier, side of the net, one-timer. Bryson Burrow with some weight behind that, but Delafontaine was there. Playing the Eagles zone. And now it's cleared out. Boudreau sends it across the way for Tessier. Tessier brings it into the Eagles zone, but it's offside. 14:15 left in the period. 49 seconds left in the Liam Travis penalty. Let's talk about the Mooseheads 20-year-old situation. Their third 20 is a man by the name of David Lafrance, a free agent signing out of Ontario, because he was playing for Robert Morris University in the NCAA, but that program folded. So their players were left orphaned, and the Mooseheads able to pick him up. The connections to the hometown there of Franco-Ontarian Sylvain Favreau is the Mooseheads head coach. So interesting to see how he adjusts to life in the queue. David Lafrance is a 20-year-old newcomer. Play back underway here in the Eagles zone. 36 seconds left here in the Liam Travis penalty. Mooseheads working the perimeter. Eagles trying to keep them to the outside. Bryson Boudreau was trying to work a tap in at the side of the goal, but the Eagles had him well defended. Jacob Squires wasn't going to let him pull the trigger. Puck comes back to the point now for Sack. Sack moves it to the right side of the ice. Sack calling for it again. Play behind the net now, as it's Landon Myron in a battle for the puck for Halifax. Comes back to the point for Sack. Save made Delafontaine, and he's got that covered. With 13:29 to go, Halifax getting some good looks in the power play, but the Eagles able to hold them off. There is still 3 seconds left here in the Liam Travis minor. Mentioned it earlier, Liam Travis, 12th round pick of the Eagles, and just 16, but still at camp, was slated to play prep school with Mount Academy last year. Is from Miramichi is Liam Travis, but of course his season was wiped out as well, but not looking any worse for wear here as he pushes for a spot at Eagles camp. Here's a Robinson with the puck. Shot goes wide of the net as Travis is back out on the ice now. Team's playing 5-on-5. 13:15 left in a scoreless game in the second period. Skating up the ice now is Travis on the left side. He'll move it to Sturge. Here's Colby Hugging up the left wing. Sturge a chance. Save made there by Rousseau. Now Pattengale jumping into the play. Preston Pattengale plays for the Sydney Rush. He's a 2004, but he was drafted this year as Travis has it at the point. He'll move it to Hugging. Hugging, a shot goes over the net. Sturge is chasing after it as well. Travis lines his man up. Big hit there on Brandon Abbas. Play by the benches here. Sturge knocks it back. Robinson will glove it to himself. He'll dump it into the Eagle zone. 12:33 left here in the second period. We're knotted at 0. As puck comes onto the stick there of Pattengale. Here's a chance for Hogue. Nicholas Hogue coming in on a break. Backhand shot, scores! Beauty backhand for Nicholas Hogue, and he's scoring his share of goals. He had 2 goals in the first inter-squad game. He scored last night in Halifax. Size isn't everything in hockey, and this young man has a touch for the net. I know his father's here. I was talking to him earlier. He's got a big smile on his face right now, I'm sure, as the old backhand went up over top of Mathis Rousseau, and the Eagles strike first. It's 1-0. 12:19 remaining in this second period. Nicholas Hogue has put the Eagles up 1-0. Hogue has the puck now again. He's being checked by Sack. Now here, coming into the zone is Cam Squires. Squires with an angle backhand. He couldn't finish that play. Perhaps could have been a penalty, but play goes right on. Now Zach Welsh, tip in front by Hogue, and it goes wide of the goal. Eagles buzzing now. They've been given their legs by that goal. As Zach Jones behind the net. Jones, the only 20-year-old forward in Halifax this year. Puck comes out towards center. Ellis dumps it in. Chasing after it is Cam Squires. Sack into the boards there by Squires. 11:38 remaining here in this second period. Here's Perron rushing the puck for the Eagles. As Mateus Ellis gets the assist on the Hogue goal. Liam Welsh will dump the puck in. Delafontaine plays it out for Emile Perron, the smooth skating first-round draft choice of the Eagles, drafted 8th overall. His father was actually drafted by the Eagles in the first ever draft of the Eagles franchise. He elected not to come to Cape Breton, but his son is here and happy to play and wear the black and gold this year. Perron with the puck, he'll move it forward. Puck comes out towards center as Landon Myron has it now for Halifax, over to Robinson. Robinson knifes the puck out over center. Crosby's after it. Now Robinson to Myron. Landon Myron, top of the circle, shot over the net. 10:42 remaining here in this second period. Eagles lead 1-0. Second period goal by Nicholas Hogue. Here's Alex Tessier coming up towards center. Logan Crosby and over the blue line. Crosby working the right boards. He's being pressured here along the wall. Eagles regain possession as Xavier Dagg will skate it over center. Dagg looks for McDonald. Eagles, I believe, were offside anyway, and the whistle comes up. 10:14 left here in period number 2. Shots 22-6 in favor of Halifax, but it's the Eagles that have the 1-0 lead. And Remy Delafontaine stays in nets, but we are going to see a goaltending change for Halifax here at the halfway point of the game, as Adam Catch, the 18-year-old netminder, will come into the net for the Mooseheads. Adam Catch played for the Cape Breton West Islanders last year. Originally born in Ottawa, but played with Cape Breton West and served as a backup for Summerside and Halifax, but played his year in the U18 League, was excellent in the playoffs last year for Cape Breton West. As Dagg moves the puck along. 9:52 left here in period number 2. And Mooseheads in possession of the puck as Alex Carr brings it forward. Play in the Eagles zone now, and again, Delafontaine still in goal. I don't know if he'll be going the distance tonight. As play in the Eagles end still. Working out the blind spots here in the broadcast booth, so to speak. As Sack has the puck. Another power play coming up for Halifax here. Carr a shot, blockered out by Delafontaine. Here is Catafor skating along the left side. Matthew Catafor, 6th overall pick of the Q draft. He drops it back for Boudreau. Boudreau for Vidicek. Back to Boudreau. 6 attackers out for the Mooseheads here. And the puck goes off the stick. Thought that Hood had got a piece of that, but play continuing on here. And a play blown down. So Halifax will get their power play. 8:56 is the time left here in this second period. Eagles going to another penalty kill. It's going to be Jacob Squires getting the gate. 8:56 left in the period. Eagles trail 1-0. Shots are 23-6 in favor of Halifax. Face-off will take place to Remy Delafontaine's right. Mooseheads take possession. Tessier for Tomlinson. Here's Tessier. Over for Abbas. Holding is the call against Squires. Now Welsh on the backhand. Chance out in front for Catafor. Save made, and the puck goes into the corner. Now Abbas moves it forward for Merle Putnam. Putnam leaves it for Catafor in the corner. Catafor back behind the net for Putnam. Putnam sends it back to the blue line. Here's Tessier. Tessier now for Abbas. Abbas down the wall. Putnam chance out in front. Oh, a glove save by Remy Delafontaine. That brings the cheers from the Eagles bench. And he denied the cross-ice pass, and the Eagles in good hands and goal tonight with Remy Delafontaine. 1:22 remaining here on this penalty to Jacob Squires. As face-off will take place to the left of Delafontaine. Draw one by Halifax. Puck comes back to the point. Here's Carr. Now it's shot Swan. Puck behind the net now. Myron lays it back for Robinson. 1:10 left here in the Halifax power play. As good play by Cam Squires, just dumped that the length of the ice. And Halifax will have to reset on their man advantage. As catch behind the net there for Halifax. Here's Ellis. Ellis coming down the left side. Carr being checked behind the net by Davis Cooper. Davis Cooper brings a feisty game to the Eagles. We saw that in his rookie year last year. As Robinson takes it out from behind the net. He'll bring it out towards the blue line. Pass for Carr. Carr comes in over the blue line. Puck now at the point. Robinson slips it across the way. Play deep in the Eagles zone. Halifax in the power play for another 25 seconds. There's a shot. Save made on the point shot by Swan. Delafontaine has it. And another scrum out in front of the net. Preston Pattengale involved as well. As Preston Pattengale been involved in all aspects of the game. As he's not afraid to rush the puck. But we're also seeing him here on the penalty kill. Certainly brings some offensive instincts on the blue line this year with the Sydney Rush, just Pattengale. And of course, if he returns to the Rush this year, big year for them because they're going to be hosting the TELUS Cup. And I know a couple of Preston's teammates are up in the restaurant there. There's a restaurant that overlooks the ice, Tallow on Ice, and I know they're here to cheer him on tonight. Halifax takes possession. Puck comes back into the Moosehead zone. Sack with it. He'll set up behind the net. 7:05 remaining here in this second period. 7 seconds left in the minor penalty to Jacob Squires. Play in the Eagles zone now. Jones almost had an opportunity in the slot. As Sack jumps into the play, Welsh will drop back to the blue line with the puck. Little short pass for Tomlinson. Team's back to 5-on-5 here. As Delafontaine sees it through traffic. Looked like the puck was going wide, but he wasn't taking any chances. And he'll cover for another face-off in the Cape Breton end. 6:42 remaining in the second period. Eagles lead Halifax 1-0. Nicholas Hogue, the goal on a backhand on the breakaway earlier this evening in this second period. Jack Campbell will take this draw for the Eagles. Cole Foston will take it for Halifax. It comes to the left of Remy Delafontaine. Zach Welsh will move the puck for Conor Shortel. Play in the Eagles zone. As Campbell couldn't clear it. Shot off the half wall. Save made there by Delafontaine. Now Sturge takes possession. He'll come in over center over the blue line. Sturge on the backhand. Looks for Campbell. As Robinson skates it up. Now Foston goes chasing after it for Halifax. Tessier behind the net. Tessier flips it forward for Abbas. Abbas now for Bryson Burrow. He's hit hard by Zach Welsh. Abbas skates it into the Eagles zone. Under 6 to go here in the second period. Eagles lead 1-0 on a goal by Nicholas Hogue. Puck comes out to the side of the goal, and Delafontaine will glove that down just to be safe. Eagles in action again Friday against Charlottetown. We'll have that for you on YouTube, 7 o'clock. Puck drop. Of course, at this stage of training camp, not open to the public. There are some billets and family members in attendance. You can see in the crowd. Face-off will take place to the left here of the goaltender, Remy Delafontaine. Here's Hood. Olivier Hood brings it in for the Eagles. Now Catafor across the way. Here's Merle Putnam. Has Swan driving the net. Couldn't get it to him. Good play there by Jacob Squires. Clogged the passing lane. Now Tomlinson, a shot for the blue line. Tip in front. Save made there by Delafontaine. Catafor gets it back to the point for Tomlinson. Tomlinson slips the puck down. Sharp angle shot. A save made by Delafontaine on Putnam. And again, Remy Delafontaine has been outstanding tonight in the Eagles' goal. 5:24 left in this second period. Eagles Eagles lead 1-0. Nicholas Hogue with the goal. I mentioned you really have to feel for the likes of Delafontaine and other players that we see out there that didn't get to play last year. Puck comes back to the blue line. Now Tessier takes possession. Shot goes off a skate. Vidicek shoots wide of the net. Myron goes chasing after it behind the goal. As Emile Perron trying to clear it out for the Eagles. There's Pattengale. He'll push it forward for Patterson. Play in the corner to the left of Delafontaine. As Pattengale moves it forward, looking for Hogue. Pattengale up the right side. And the puck will come out over center. 4:43 remaining here in the second period. That's going to be icing against the Eagles. So another defensive zone draw coming out in front of Remy Delafontaine. Pattengale out there with Hogue, Patterson, Perron, and Hood out there for the Eagles. Draw one by the Eagles. Pattengale will fling the puck along the wall there for Perron. Now Patterson, short pass to Hogue. Alex Carr for Halifax, the 17-year-old blue liner, played 5 games with the Mooseheads last year. He'll move it forward. This song, Gauthier dumps it in. Delafontaine covers up as Xavier Dagg taking care of business in front of the net. I mentioned it earlier, Xavier Dagg, another one of those players that didn't get to play last year. Second-round pick of the Eagles, enjoys rushing the puck. Very slick, skilled defenseman. Going to be tough for defensemen to try to crack this Eagles roster, though, with 6 returning players. Of course, newcomers Conor Shortel and Sean La Rochelle included there. They were acquired in trades. As the puck comes down the ice, and now Adam Catch will cover up. Catch, 18-year-old netminder, played for Cape Breton West last year, as I said earlier. And his goaltending partner with Cape Breton West, Milner, is also at Mooseheads camp. A couple of those connections in Halifax camp. As we'll see a face-off out in front of Catch. It'll be to his left. As Foston wins the draw against Hugging. As Cam Squires tries to swat the puck in, but it's brought out by Tomlinson. Defenseman leading the rush here for Halifax. Play now behind the goal line. Tomlinson trying to move it to Abbas. Tomlinson digging in. Eagles will regain possession, skate the puck out. As Cam Squires hemmed along the boards there by Sack. Chance in front and a save made by Adam Catch. As Eagles getting an opportunity there. It was Xavier Dagg jumping into the play with a nice scoring opportunity. Look at the strains of BTS playing here at the Miners Forum in Glace Bay. McDonald will take the draw against Vidicek. Draw one cleanly by Halifax. As the puck comes to Swan. Swan looks for Catafor. Catafor goes chasing after it, and that's going to be icing against the Mooseheads. 3:33 left in the second period. Eagles lead 1-0 on Nicholas Hogue's goal. Shots are 29-7 in favor of Halifax, but Eagles have the lead where it counts. Although it's not all about wins and losses in the preseason, all about evaluating players, see who the best fit is for your team in the coming year. Face-off will come to the right of catch. Draw won by Halifax. Lucas Robinson will move it to Tessier. Alex Tessier up the ice. Catafor now moves it forward. Here's Vidicek. Shot. And Delafontaine didn't know if that was coming towards the net or not. As it turned out, it wasn't. Play behind the goal now. In the corner, Welsh tries to move it out for the Eagles, and he will fire at the length of the ice. That'll be icing against the Eagles, so defensive zone draw coming in the end of the team wearing black this evening. 3:10 left in that period number 2. Eagles and Mooseheads will open the regular season against each other as well, home and home. October 1st, Center 200. Eagles will play Halifax, and they'll cross the causeway to take on Halifax on October 2nd. Draw won by Halifax. Here's Tomlinson. Shot goes wide of the net. Chance at front. Swan couldn't get a stick on it. Carr now sends it across for Tomlinson. As Vidicek takes possession, he'll flip it back to Tomlinson. Tomlinson now for Vidicek. Catafor behind the goal. Matthew Catafor, 6th overall pick by Halifax, has it behind the net. Tries to play it out in front. Opportunity and a save made there by Delafontaine on Vidicek. Vidicek, puck on a string, sends it back to the point. Tomlinson couldn't hold it. Mooseheads will make changes. 2:35 remaining here in period number 2. Here's Swan with the puck on the half-boards. Cross-ice pass. Jones tried to pull the trigger. Now Matthias Ellis will fling the puck forward. Sturge ahead. Trey Sturge, another local boy, played as an affiliate last year quite a bit for the Eagles while he was playing for the Churro Bearcats in the MHL. Sturge rings it up the right boards. Puck comes down the ice. On the attack is Hood and Tessier. 2 minutes to go in the period. Hood fires it out in front, and it'll be brought forward by Foston. Play here, Myron, pardon me, as the Eagles will regain possession. Now Campbell takes possession. Campbell into the Halifax zone, shooting! Save made by Adam Catch with 1:41 remaining here in period number 2. Eagles will get an offensive zone draw. Emile Perron out there on the back end with Jacob Squires. Eagles using Davis Cooper, Nicholas Hogue, and Luke Patterson up front. Luke Patterson was a first-team All-Star in his final year in Bantam, New Brunswick. He'll take this draw. And a shot on goal. Save made there by Catch. Patterson had a goal in the game last night in Halifax. And again, a nice mix of ages here pushing for spots with the Eagles. Patterson will take the draw again. He'll do so against Cole Foston. Eagles take possession. Perron rims it along the boards. Tomlinson trying to clear. Eagles keep the zone. Puck comes now to Hogue. Shot goes off a skate. Patterson being given a working over there by Lucas Robinson in the corner. Perron fires it in to the Mooseheads zone. Tomlinson, the 20-year-old defenseman, will move it forward. 3rd year with Halifax. Free agent out of Ontario is Tomlinson. Perron fires it wide of the net. Foston throwing his weight around, and a pop fly catch there by Adam Catch with 1:03 left in the period. Eagles getting a bit more zone time the last few minutes. See if they can carry that into the 3rd period. As Xavier Dagg out there again for the Eagles, wearing 22. Cam Squires out there as well. They were the 2 second-round picks for the Eagles this year, Squires and Dagg. Hugging and McDonald out there as well for the Eagles, as is Preston Pattengale. Puck goes way up into the air, and that's going to hit one of the pipes above ice level, and that will prompt a whistle. Lower ceiling here at the Miners Forum. Previously the Bayplex in its prior life. Face-off won by the Eagles. McDonald will send it back. Puck goes into the corner. And skating over center is Abbott. Play behind the goal. Here's Pattengale for the Eagles. He'll push it forward for Colby Hugging. Hugging fires it out over center. Dagg goes after it for the Eagles. As here's Preston Pattengale. Pattengale, one of the 2004s the Eagles picked in this year's draft. Pattengale will skate up towards his own blue line, and he'll bring it out to center. Squires plays it and play blown down on the offside with 20 seconds remaining. And as I mentioned earlier, big year for Preston Pattengale should he return to his U18 team, because the Sydney Rush are hosting the TELUS Cup this year. And it'll be interesting to see. You look at Pattengale, Tyson LaFrance is also a member of the Rush. Local guys are drafted by the Eagles, if they'll have the opportunity to practice with the team and whatnot as the year goes on. And it's always beneficial for a team to have guys that you can call up locally, for sure. Here's Trey Sturge. He'll move the puck up for Campbell. As puck comes back to Shortel. 10 seconds left here in the period as Welsh brings it in for Halifax. That's Liam Welsh, the 16-year-old who's cousins with Zach Welsh on the Eagles. Tomlinson now into the Moosehead zone, and that is going to do it. As you can hear the blaring horn. Shots were 14-5 Halifax in that period. Two-period total of 30 for Halifax. And looking back at the scoring in that period, we'll see if we can get you the scoring on that goal again. As Nicholas Hogue, second of the preseason from Matthias Ellis, that goal coming at 7:41. And that was the only goal of the period, only goal of the game thus far. And the Eagles lead 1-0 after 40 minutes. And we'll be back with the third period of action in about 14 minutes. we are back here at the Miners Forum. The Eagles and Mooseheads are through 40 minutes. Eagles holding a 1-0 lead on a second period goal by Nicholas Hogue. As the shots are 30-8 in favor of Halifax, but it is the Eagles leading this contest thanks to Nicholas Hogue's pretty backhand goal that he scored in period number 2. Again, the Eagles are back on home ice. Their home ice in the preseason, which is the Miners Forum here in Glace Bay on Friday night. That's 7 p.m. against the Charlottetown Islanders. So the Eagles got their dose of Charlottetown and Halifax last year in the second half of the regular season, and that'll be the case again in the preseason, but they will eventually get to play their other rivals in the queue. The Eagles win the draw. Here's Perron over to Shortel. Shortel. He'll push it up the right side of the ice. Play comes back now into the Eagles zone. Here's Shortel again. He'll skate up the left side. Play in the Cape Breton end here as the Eagles holding a 1-0 lead early in period 3. Shortel drops it back for Emile Perron. As Cooper will try to charge by Tomlinson. Cooper a chance, and it goes wide of the net. Eagles, I thought, finished the second period well. Obviously want to carry that here at the beginning of the third. Tomlinson will move it forward. Puck comes now into the Halifax zone. Tomlinson now for Swan. As Jones comes into the Eagles zone. Puck comes out over center. Tessier takes possession. Tessier now for Catafor. Catafor moves it forward. Eiserhoff drops it back for Patterson. Puck comes back now for Shortel. Conor Shortel being checked by Crosby. Perron now for Eiserhoff. As coming in as a shot by Crosby over the net. Play goes all the way back. Alex Tessier's back after it. He'll go behind the net. Tessier will push the puck forward on the left side of the ice. Here's Preston Pattengale. He's stripped of the puck by Crosby. Crosby fires it towards the front of the net. Hogue comes up the right side. Hogue tries to knock his man off the puck. Play comes into the Halifax zone. As Tomlinson moves it up for Catafor. Catafor sends it across the way. Puck in the Eagles zone now as Preston Pattengale's after it. 2 minutes gone here in this third period. Pattengale moves it for Matthias Ellis, who had the assist on the Eagles goal earlier. Ellis having a steady training camp, drafted in the 6th round of 2020. His first time at Eagles camp. Here's Colby Hugging, across the way for McDonald. Play behind the Mooseheads net. Good start to this third period for the Eagles. As puck comes back out into the Eagles zone. Delafontaine will leave it for Pattengale. Pattengale now behind the Eagles net. Pattengale knifes the puck out over center. As puck is in the Halifax bench, and that prompts a whistle. I mentioned this earlier. Jake Grimes upstairs watching the game. Same for Sylvain Favreau, Mooseheads head coach, who gets a promotion. He was the assistant coach for Halifax. Speaking of Mooseheads coaches, congratulations to former Mooseheads coach Jim Midgley, who's landed a job as the assistant coach with the New York Rangers. So Jim moving up in the hockey world. Here's Xavier Dagg. He's got the puck for the Eagles. He'll fling the puck forward for Sturge. Sturge deep into the Halifax zone. Robinson will try to fire the puck out over center, and the puck hits the ceiling and out of play. Trey Sturge, I talked about earlier how he played as an AP last year and certainly did not look at a place, but he and other players probably benefited in a weird way from the restrictions, because last year the Eagles could only use affiliate players whose teams were based in Nova Scotia. So Trey Sturge, Michael McQuaid on the blue line, and Kian Bell certainly got their chance to showcase their skills, as usually during the year a team will try to mix up and use different affiliates to get a look at different players, but that wasn't an option last year for the Eagles. As Jacob Squires unable to hold the line, here is Liam Welsh for Halifax. Welsh, 16-year-old forward for Halifax, moves the puck for Tessier, and Tessier couldn't go any further. Welsh, as I mentioned, Zach Welsh's cousin, Liam is 16, drafted in the 11th round by Halifax. Coming up the ice, Alex Tessier, drop pass for Sack. Sack through the middle for Jones. Jones now for Swan. Swan to Jones, and it goes wide of the net. Chance in front for Vinacek, couldn't pull the trigger, and the Eagles holding Halifax off for now. Here's Tessier with it. Tessier, short side, opportunity for Vinacek, save Delafontaine. Another save on Swan. Tomlinson a shot, and the puck goes into the mesh behind the net. Remy Delafontaine and his Eagles teammates under siege, but able to hold the fort. 16:05 the time remaining here. In period number 3, Eagles lead 1-0 and a goal by Nicholas Hogue. Mooseheads win the draw clean. Robinson a shot. And the puck goes up and out of play. Shots at 31-8 in favor of Halifax, but it is the Eagles in the lead. Face-off will come to the left of Remy Delafontaine. Vinacek takes the draw. Draw won by the Eagles, though. Patterson will move it back. Patterson has the puck. He'll knife it out towards Davis Cooper. Here's Shortel. Now Jones driving forward. Jones is a man in front. It was Vinacek, couldn't get it to him. As Shortel will move it forward. Here's Patterson. Patterson. And Swan mixing it up. Patterson drops it back for Welsh. Welsh will come in over center. Now Cooper comes in over the blue line. It's Davis Cooper looking for Cam Squires. Patterson down the left side. Cooper into the boards. Puck comes out to Pattengale. Now Jones coming in. Zach Jones for Halifax. Jones up the left wing, spinning and turning. Feeds across for Swan. He couldn't finish that play. Puck comes back to Catafor at the point. Matthew Catafor, great shot block there by Davis Cooper. In mid-season form already with that one. As the puck comes on the half wall, Alex Carr will leave it for Catafor. Mooseheads in the midst of a change. Tessier goes chasing after it at the top of the circle. He can't hold the line, and it'll be skated out by Perron. Puck dumped back in as Pattengale takes it now for the Eagles. He'll flip it over for Perron. Perron looks for Squires. That was Cam Squires dumping it over center. Halifax regains possession. Logan Crosby will rim it along the low wall. Here's Carr. Looks for Vincent Gauthier. Gauthier chasing after it. I mentioned earlier, Gauthier picked in the second round by Halifax. They thought he'd be going in the top 10. They were happy to get him. Of course, a lot of disparity in rankings last year, so a lot of teams had that situation. Hogue comes up the wing behind the net. Hogue still battling for it. Nicholas Hogue, a bulldog down there. He's not going to give up on the puck. And he ends up leaving it for Hugging. Hugging nudged off of the puck. And it's skated out over center by Logan Crosby. Crosby checked off the boards. You would not know that Crosby is not turning 16 until December. He's a big boy. Puck comes into the Halifax zone now. Tomlinson goes chasing after it. Tomlinson, the third-year Q blue liner, 20-year-old campaign. Puck comes into the Eagles zone. Now it is Ellis. Matthias Ellis has an assist tonight. He's checked by his fellow number 21, Cole Foster. Shot from the half boards. Boudreau tried to spin and get a shot on goal, was unable to do so. Again, Bryson Boudreau literally invited to Halifax camp the morning of and reeled off 12 goals in inter-squad. Here's Tomlinson. He'll fire the puck over center, and it goes off the pipe. It's always tough to gauge whether a player's offensive ability in his final year of U18 is transferable. You look at a guy like Bryson Boudreau, who had a great year with the Max at 17, and of course Kian Bell for the Eagles. Of course, Kian Bell had an opportunity to play a number of games as an AP, and he's looked very good in Eagles camp thus far. He played last night, not in the lineup tonight for the Eagles. As the play behind the Halifax net. Puck comes out to Welsh. Welsh will hustle over center and over the blue line. He's being watched by Dagg. McDonald tries to move the puck forward. Here's Abbas, a shot, goes off a skate. Now Shorter will take possession. He'll move the puck there for Campbell. Campbell fires it forward for Shortel, pinching in. Save made by Catch. And again, I talked about that earlier. Conor Shortel, he's going to be a defenseman who puts up some points in the queue. Here's Shortel again, a shot, save made. As Welsh will skate up the ice. Abbas stripped of the puck. Coming in is Olivier Hood. McDonald on it as well. Puck will come out to center. Here's Emile Perron for the Eagles. Perron will fling the puck across for Campbell. Goes off Jack Campbell's skate. I said Jack Campbell was throwing down earlier in the first period. And that's very much his style of game. Vinicek, pass for Jones. Jones for Halifax brings it in. They're going to say he was offside. 12:03 remaining in this third period. Eagles lead the Mooseheads 1-0. Nicholas Hogue has the goal in period number 2. Matthias Ellis had the assist. If you're just joining us, Remy Delafontaine going all the way in the Eagles' goal tonight, whereas Halifax switching it up at the halfway point. Adam Catch coming in for Mathis Russo. Here's Vinicek coming in. Thought Swan might have been offside, but play keeps going. Tessier jumps into the play on the half boards. Emile Perron chasing after it. Jumping into the play there is a sack for Halifax. Now Tessier with it at the point. Tessier is shot through traffic. Ended up hitting Swan's glove. Chance for Jones. Puck goes out of play with 11:38 to go here in period number 3. Eagles will play Charlottetown on Friday in this building. And they'll have one more exhibition game after Labor Day. And again, things that begin October 1st. The Q was actually originally planning on fast-tracking the beginning of the regular season, starting in 2021-2022, but that was before the pandemic. And obviously, we have another October 1st start like we did last year. Hopefully this year, a full season with every team playing every other team. Here's Cooper for Pattengale. Pattengale coming in, scores! Talk about Preston Pattengale being willing to join the rush. The defenseman does it again. He didn't get to play last night in Halifax, but he's making up for lost time tonight. I talked earlier about a couple of his Sydney Rush teammates that were in the restaurant watching the game, and you can see them cheering right now. They're pretty pumped about that. Nice piece of work there for Preston Pattengale, and the Eagles take a 2-0 lead. And he gets a nice little fist bump there from Nicholas Hogue. So the two goal scorers for the Eagles tonight celebrating amongst themselves. Playing the Eagles zone now. Delafontaine out of the net to play it. He'll rim it up the left wall. Tomlinson unable to get to it to prevent the offside. So Mooseheads have to tag up. Robinson for Gauthier. Play back into the Eagles' end. As Pattengale trying to defend Catafor. As Hogue back for Pattengale. As puck comes out towards the middle of the ice. Ellis over to Campbell. A shot, a save made there. Puck comes out over center. Here's Crosby. Now Ellis takes possession. As Squires fires it off the boards, puck comes into the Halifax zone. Tessier will take possession. As Foston goes chasing after it. He's met by Jacob Squires. Now Squires behind the net. Ellis goes chasing after it. Chance for Foston out in front. Landon Myron bats it in, and there goes the shutout. Halifax on the board. As Landon Myron bangs the rebound in. And that is a good response for Halifax. Landon Myron, who split his 17-year-old season between U18 hockey and the Q. And last year played with Halifax. He's a veteran who may have to work to keep his spot just because of the competition, and certainly that goal will help his case. 2-1 the score now. Catch out of the net to play it for Halifax. He'll move it to Michael Sack, the Amherst Ramblers blue liner last year. And Sack gets the puck back. He'll fire it in. Sack drafted by Halifax in 2019. As Shortel looks for Hood. Abbas being checked closely there by Perron. 9:35 the time left in the third. 2-1 the score in favor of the Eagles. Here's Emile Perron over center into the Halifax end. Tomlinson moves it forward. As Abbas ahead for Putnam. Now Perron behind the net. Emile Perron moves the puck forward. Putnam Shortel takes possession for the Eagles. As Perron moves it along the wall. Puck wrung off the glass there by Sturge. Now Welsh coming in over the blue line. Perron goes chasing after it. Perron up the left wall for Hugging. Hugging will skate out in front of his own goal. Hugging now moves it forward for McDonald. Hugging up the right side of the ice. Vidicek will skate over center. Vidicek coming in. He is offside. 8:29 remaining in the third period. Teams trading goals here in period 3 as Preston Pattengale getting the Eagles on the board and Landon Myron getting Halifax on the board. Face-off will come out in front of Remy de La Fontaine. Pattengale's goal was assisted by Davis Cooper and Matthias Ellis at 8:37. Myron's goal assisted by Bryson Burrow and Cole Foston. So 2 points tonight for Matthias Ellis on the Eagles' blue line. Puck at center. Here's Zach Welsh. Trying to bring it forward. Vidicek. Now Campbell coming in over the blue line. Cooper has it in the corner. Chance out in front. Cam Squires banging away at it. Not sure if Catch knew where the puck was, and Catch's helmet is off. And he's got his hands over his head. Hopefully he wasn't cut. I don't think he was. And a scrum ensues. And Catch is going to put his helmet on. As I'm watching to see if Melanie Landry would hit the ice. She's the Mooseheads athletic therapist, came over from Val-d'Or in the offseason. So there's been a lot of talk with Yves Gascon at Gatineau's training camp at the contributions of women around the queue. And you look at the two teams here, both with women as athletic therapists. I mentioned earlier, we like to welcome Sarah Miller to the Eagles organization, her first year serving in the role of athletic therapist. And Mel Landry is her counterpart on the other bench. Face-off will come to the right of the Mooseheads goal. And skating up the ice is Robinson. Now Sack takes possession. Play in the Halifax zone. Catafor digging in. 7:40 left in period 3. The Eagles leading 2-1 here. As puck comes out towards center ice. As Robinson nudges it forward for Crosby. De La Fontaine behind the net to play it. As Preston Pattengale trying to move it forward. Now Gauthier buzzing. He's checked by Squires. Chance in front for Logan Crosby. Couldn't bury it. Now Tomlinson with it at the point. Goes off the end boards. Catafor slips it down for Gauthier. Now Catafor in the slot. Shot save made. De La Fontaine. Rebound. Puck is loose. It's at the top of the blue pane. Who's going to get it? As Catafor will try to push the puck back for Tessier. Under 7 to go now in the third. Eagles lead 2-1. Tessier couldn't push the puck ahead anymore, and Pattengale will skate it over center. Smart play, gains the red line, then dumps for a change. 6:48 left in the third. Eagles ahead 2-1. Goals from Nicholas Hogue and Preston Pattengale for the Eagles tonight. De La Fontaine out of the net to play it. He'll rim it along the boards. Puck comes back to the point. Bryson Burrow keeps. And Myron was looking for his second of the period. He ended up tipping it wide. As Foston brought it in, and then it's quickly brought back out again by Ellis. Ellis for Shortel. Conor Shortel will skate over center. Play behind the Halifax net. Carr checked closely there behind the net by Patterson. 6:10 is the time left in the third. Eagles ahead 2-1. Been a good one here tonight in Glace Bay. Chance in front of the net for McDonald. He's taken off the puck, and is that going to be a penalty against Halifax? Yes, it will be. That is a hooking call. As we had some action there between Bryson Burrow and Liam Travis behind the play as well, but it is going to be a hooking penalty against Lucas Robinson. So the Eagles will go to the power play. Eagles, just their second power play of the night tonight. Halifax 0 for 5 in the power play. The Eagles' penalty kill has been valiant tonight. We'll see what their power play can do. Campbell will take the draw to the right there of Catch. Draw won by the Eagles as Dagg moves it for Perron. Eagles with their top 2 defenseman picks out there. Play in the Moosehead zone. Here's Sturge. Now Campbell. Puck comes back to Perron. Perron at center point. Sturge a chance. Shot from the right boards. Eagles keeping the pressure on. Here's Perron. Moves it over to Sturge. Sturge fires it across to Hugging. Hugging. Down the left side of the boards. Shot. Couldn't get through traffic. Now Dagg will take it for the Eagles. He can't keep. The Eagles have to tag up. 5:15 left in the period. 1:12 left in the power play. Sturge has the puck deep in the Moosehead zone. Chance out in front for Huggin, and the puck is cleared out. Penalty half over, under 5 to go down the third. Eagles holding a 2-1 lead. Play behind the net now. As Squires sends it across the way. Here's Foston for Halifax. Cole Foston for Sack. Michael Sack wires that puck wide of the goal. 38 seconds left now in the penalty. As Jacob Squires will set things up from behind the net. Little curl behind the goal. He's out there with his brother Cam, as well as Hood, Pattengale, and Cooper. Jacob Squires leading the rush. He'll shoot. Save made. Rebound. Save there by Catch. Hood with the puck at the left point. Jacob Squires steps into it. Blocker save made there by Catch. Hood with the puck in the corner. As Carr trying to pin the puck to the boards. Penalty coming to an end here, as penalty is now over and under 4 minutes to go in the third. Eagles leading 2-1 here at the Miners Forum in Glace Bay. Puck goes down the ice. That's icing against Halifax coming off the penalty kill. 3:52 remaining in period 3. Eagles lead 2-1. Reminder, if you want to become a season ticket holder, capebrettoneagles.com/tickets. Eagles website, or you can email taylor.collingwood@capebrettoneagles.com for details. It'll be a big year at the Nest. Eagles win the draw as Shortel goes chasing after it. He's being pressured by Swan. Now Hogue will hustle into the Moosehead zone. Nicholas Hogue. Shot save made there. Catafor will take possession as Myron grabs it. Play now in the Eagles end. 3:29 to go here in period number 3. As Welsh tries to clear it. Tomlinson fires it on net. Save made. Delafontaine. As Welsh tries to move the puck for McDonald. 3:12 the time remaining here in this period. Tomlinson now with a shot. Save made. And the puck will come out and into the Moosehead zone. Tomlinson being watched there by McDonald. Under 3 to go here in period number 3. As Ellis chasing after it. 2:43 the time left now. Eagles holding this 2-1 lead. As Catafor goes chasing after it. Now Crosby dangling into the slot. Logan Crosby, a shot save made. Delafontaine. He was looking behind himself to make sure he had the puck, and he did, as he has for most of the night. That is a save number 35 on the night for Remy Delafontaine. Eagles leading at 2-1. Shots are 36-16 in favor of Halifax. Face-off will take place here to the left of Remy Delafontaine. As the Eagles will try to hold off a last-minute Halifax surge for a win here. As Dagg moves it forward. Robinson shot. Blocker save made there by Delafontaine. Keep our eye on Adam Catch to see when he goes to the bench. Squires looks for Patterson. Now Vidacek. Vidacek dumps it into the Eagles zone. As Gauthier taken down. Patterson looks for Travis. Travis coming in over center. Vidacek will take it the other way. Marcus Vidacek Vidicek, drop pass for Zach Jones, parts the seas, shot save made. Delafontaine able to see it the whole way and zaps it into his logo. Catch still in the Mooseheads goal. Shots 37-16 in favor of Halifax, but the Eagles up 2-1. Face off coming to the right there of Eagles goaltender Remy Delafontaine. Sturge moves it ahead. Puck comes back to Pattengale. As Campbell will fling the puck down the right side. 94 seconds left here in regulation. Eagles hoping they can hold on to this 2-1 lead. Puck comes back to Pattengale, fires it into the corner. Here's Campbell with it now for the Eagles. He'll fire it back for Welsh. Chance in front. Welsh has it now at the point. Eagles just trying to keep the puck on the Halifax end for the rest of regulation here. Minute 10 to go. As Eagles hoping Halifax does not get the opportunity to pull the goaltender. Here's James Swan up for Landon Myron. Myron fires it down the ice, and now Catch has gone to the bench for the extra attacker. 51 seconds left. Conor Shortel with the puck for the Eagles. He'll move it over to Pattengale. Campbell, Cam Squires, and Cooper out there as well, and I believe the puck was just sent over the glass. Did it hit anything on the way there? No, it did not, so Preston Pattengale will get the gate for delay of game. So 6-on-4 situation here. Mooseheads will go to the power play, and of course they have their goaltender out. So timeout has been called. Liam Heelis and Brad McKenzie, the assistants on the bench, new in their roles this year in Halifax. So new look to the coaching staff. Of course, Sylvain Favreau, the assistant coach last year, is now the head coach. As I mentioned earlier, Eagles coaching staff remains intact. Jake Grimes with Matt Anthony and Chris Culligan. The Eagles all Nova Scotian coaching staff, because those three, as well as goaltending coach Chuck Grant, a goaltending consultant Scott Guthrow, are all Nova Scotian boys. Of course, some changes around the queue. Gordy Dwyer, the new head coach in St. John. Of course, you remember him from his days coaching Charlottetown. It'll be good to get to interview Gordy again this year. So the Eagles will get ready for this penalty kill. 44 seconds left. It's going to be Emile Perron, Matthew McDonald, Conor Shortel, and Jack Campbell on the penalty kill. Campbell will take the draw against Vidicek, who has Catafor and Gauthier on his wings. Zach Jones, Alex Tessier, and Brendan Tomlinson out as well. Eagles win the draw. Perron will get it out. Tomlinson couldn't keep it in. 38 seconds left here in the third period. Eagles trying to hold off Halifax. Here's Zach Jones. Shot, big save. Delafontaine will suck the puck up for a face-off with 31.2 left. We'll see if either team makes any changes here in this last minute. So again, Preston Pattengale in the box for delay of game. Puck over glass. Jack Campbell and Vidicek taking the draw again. That's to the right of Delafontaine. Clean draw win for the Eagles. Perron moves the puck for Campbell. Now Vidicek goes after it. Tomlinson pinching in. Couldn't get it off the legs of Shortel. And Conor Shortel will get it out. Halifax has to hurry to get all their men out of the zone and back in. 16 seconds left here in the period. Perhaps the game. Shortel will get the puck again. Can't clear this time. 10 seconds left. Here's Vidicek jamming away. Puck will come to Campbell. 4 seconds left. 3 seconds left now. Eagles trying to hold off the Mooseheads, and they're going to do just that. Spirited conclusion to this one. And the Eagles are going to pick up their first win of the preseason, a 2-1 victory over Halifax. As the game ends with Preston Pattengale still in the box with 1:16 left in his penalty. As the Eagles will pick up the victory. So recapping how the third period went down, Preston Pattengale ends up getting the winning goal. 8:37 from Davis Cooper and Matthias Ellis. Landon Myron got Halifax on the board, his first of the preseason, at 9:58 from Bryson Burrow and Cole Foston. The Eagles out shooting Halifax in that third period by a count of 9-8. The three-period total was 38-17 for Halifax. Eagles go 0-for-2 in the power play. Halifax goes 0-for-5. Faceoffs 40-30 in favor of Halifax, and the hits were 11-9 in favor of the Eagles. Dangerous shots, as per the Q site, 20-6 in favor of Halifax. But it is the Eagles getting the win, 2-1 over the Halifax Mooseheads. We will be back on Friday night when the Eagles play host to the Charlottetown Islanders here at the Miners Forum. You can catch that game as you saw this one on Cape Breton Eagles YouTube. Eagles win by a count of 2-1 over the Mooseheads. Good night from the Glace Bay Miners Forum.